yourself, ça passe?
Ah, Nabule,
All right.
muy bien.
En forme, solid.
So, tell the people a little bit about the marketplace that we're in right now.
Well, we are in a historical place called the Marché Haïtien Haitian Market.
Okay.
It's very beautiful, as you can see
Yeah.
behind me. A lot of artistic work, showcasing our culture.
Okay. Okay. And so, what do you do? What do you do here?
At the marketplace, I do a tour. I do tours that really highlight the culture in terms of history,
Okay.
as well as aesthetic of the neighborhood when it comes to circulation, everything else that make up a neighborhood. So on Saturdays, this is where I am. You can always find me on Saturdays.
Cool. And just from the beginning, if anyone wanted to get in touch with you, wanted to do tours, how could they be in touch with? Because you also do tours in Little Havana,
Right,
some museums.
right.
So just let the people know.
Right. So I have different platforms to, let's say, Eventbrite,
Okay.
Groupon, TripAdvisor, Airbnb as well. If you're looking for a convenient place to stay, you can also have a nice tour experience as well.
Okay.
And of course, I'm on social media, Instagram as well as Facebook, that people can find me. JD Sadelka or J Sadelka. You just one click away.
Okay. Okay. So tell us a little bit about Little Haiti.
Well, Little Haiti, even though the name is little, but it's not so little.
Right.
In terms of size, it's very big, and of course, the biggest part of the neighborhood is not, let's say, the size, is the people. So the people really make the neighborhood. Whether you're in Little Haiti, outside of Little Haiti, anywhere, and the big Haitian population. If you take our ticket all the way up north, Canada, Montreal. It's the people that really make up the neighborhood. It's very vibrant, full of life, music, art, food, you name it.
Okay.
You have to see for yourself for you to believe.
Okay.
I said the culture, it really is the heartbeat of the community, where we do have a very big event that is called Sounds of Little Haiti. For those of you that used to know Big Night in Little Haiti, it's the same one, where every third Friday we have a Haitian band that will come here and play at the plaza in the back of the marketplace. So it really bring, Haitians from all over it. Now you might be surprised to know that people from Haiti themselves at times, book their ticket just to come to Sounds of Little Haiti every third Friday of the month. Where you ask them, "Where are you from?" "Oh, Haiti." You're like, wow, that's just not fair. Like, I'm here, and he coming from all the way from Haiti just to be here. So kind of give some importance to the event as well, where knowing that people come from Haiti, not just locally in Miami in the 305, even from 509.
What is voodoo?
Yes, voodoo is pretty much love, because from our origin, everybody love one another. Where you love your friends, you love your family, you love what you have, you are satisfied in terms of like where you live, food, housing. So voodoo, it really is all of those things, where there is some aspect to it, where you can say the religious side to it, but really voodoo is a way of life. What I mean by that is that if I were to ask you, what do you do for a living, and you say, well, I'm a fisherman, that means your job is not fishing, or your religion is not fishing. This is what you do for a living. So when someone says, I'm a voodoo practitioner, it means that, this is the way I carry myself. There's a way that I see the world around me, the way I see, everything is pretty much a cycle.
Okay.
Where, you have, for example, the simplest thing I can use is water. Water have 4 different phases.
Yeah.
Just because the water lets it disappear from a liquid to a gas, it doesn't mean it's gone. It's still there. The molecule still exists. So in a sense, voodoo is about understanding life, where they always see, let's say, death in terms of celebration of voodoo. We are celebrating death. No, we're actually not celebrating death. It's a celebration of life. Meaning that yes, the person might be gone physically, just like the water in the face of the gas state, but the substance are still there. And that's why when it rains again, that water transforms into another phase. So in terms of a human being in life, we don't know what the afterlife is like, but we do know that there is something that is called inspiration. When the person died, they leave that with you. The memory is never gone. They always tell you that a man doesn't die when he's physically dead. A man is dead when he's actually forgotten by his loved ones.
Wow.
So in that sense, that's what voodoo really is about.
Okay. And honoring your loved ones,
Right.
as a part of the spiritual system of voodoo. How does that Please elaborate on that a little bit.
So the way we honor our loved ones is by, doing celebration. Where once again, it's true that let's say Day of the Dead is kind of known as a world tradition, usually in November. But when it comes to like Haiti and in the culture of Voodoo, it is celebrated every day because life is precious. Life is the most precious things in life. So while the person is gone, but they did kind of leave a legacy. They left you. So cherish the moment while you are alive with your loved ones because you don't know when your day is gonna come. And even if your day were to come, you're gonna be very happy because you know that you live in the spirit of the ancestors, the Loa, the Esprit. So it's pretty much a continuation where just because the person died, they are still able to receive the honor that they had when they were alive because it's just a cycle. And if you're to take off once again on a natural sense, when a bird died, well, when a bird is alive, the bird eat the ant. But when the bird died, the ants eat the bird. So
Okay.
it's a full cycle.
Okay.
Whether you're alive, whether you are dead, your spirit still live on.
Okay. Wow. And okay. Um, is there any similarity the system of voodoo to other spiritual systems in the Caribbean or Africa?
Yes, you can. I can even expand on that, not just Caribbean and Africa. You can say the world, where
Okay.
voodoo really is an understanding of nature, of how nature works. And once again, if you think of the seasons, when we transform from let's say winter to the spring, where in spring you have nature is dying. Literally, that's what it is. You have everything is pretty much losing their leaves. No fruit is being flourished. But then in spring, everything come back to life again, and that's why we celebrate. Voodoo in November is to cherish those that are living because next year is not promised. We don't know who's gonna make it to the next year to actually go through to winter. So when spring come about, that's when we have a feast. We have a
Okay.
feast. We call it Fedzaka. To
Okay.
pretty much thank the ancestors, to thank our living beings for giving us the knowledge, the opportunity to actually cultivate the land, and then we have a big ceremony. So in a sense, voodoo it's much more than a religion. It really is a part of life. Yes, there's a spirituality aspect to it, but it's all about how do you see yourself as a human being and how do you see everyone else around you. And that's why I would say it's not just about Haitian culture, Africa or Caribbean. It really is something that as human beings that we all can relate to anywhere in the world.
And like for you personally, how has it helped you in your life and your? I mean, you've accomplished a number of things. Because we have just been talking. How would you say it's helped you in your just the things that you do?
For me, I think it opened my mind in terms of understanding other cultures around the world where there are some aspect of let's say the culture that is very unique due to let's say circumstances that we may gone or may not gone through, and at the same time there were things that you thought that it was unique to you, but you find out well actually it's not a Haitian thing, it's a human being thing. So for me, like when it comes to voodoo accept everybody. It doesn't matter if you are white, black, short, tall, your gender, how you see yourself. It's about accepting people for who they are, or at least for who they want to be seen as. There is no judgment. That's why when you go to a voodoo ceremony, the first thing that you do, you wash your hands.
Okay.
And after you wash your hands, you take your shoe off. Because
Okay.
you are connecting back with Mother Earth. You are connecting back with the ancestors. So meaning that once you step within that, let's say, area, or that, let's say, peristyle, or form with whoever one that call in terms of the name, you become one with your inner self and nobody else matters. And that's why usually when you see the ceremonies, it's very vibrant, it's very emotional, it's a lot of cry and shouting, where they crying out of tears of joy or sadness. It doesn't matter. It's about one's self-expression to yourself, and then to whoever you are actually expressing yourself to. And then as long as you do that, that's all that matters.
Okay. Now, let's. I just want to take a turn for a second, because there are a lot of. We were talking about some of the misconceptions and
Right.
false information that's out here. So I just, give you a chance to talk about some of the misconceptions and how,
Right.
how did they come about.
For example, we do have the killing aspect where I mean it's no brainer. When you're in voodoo, you pretty much a very knowledgeable person in terms of you know what's right and what's wrong. Just like any other field where it is a way of life, but at the same time, some people you know do kind of take it the extra step,
Yeah.
and then they make a living out of it. So if you have knowledge of you know things that can harm people, yes, you can actually use that knowledge to actually hurt your fellow beings, and that's where the misconception come from. It's just that the way they do it, you may not do the details, but yes, there are some things that you know people know. Like they say, knowledge is power, and then when it comes to voodoo, it's the same thing. The more you know, the better it is for you, and then you can actually trick people to make you know a living out of it. So to some extent, I'm not a practitioner, in case you are curious. I'm just knowledgeable on the fact that I was born and raised in Haiti, and it was something that whether you know it or don't know it, or you accept it or not, you just can't escape from it.
Okay.
So I'm just the messenger.
Right, right. Got you, got you. Okay. Well, thank you for that. And are there any other thoughts that you had? Anything else you want to share?
Well, to anyone that is going to be watching this or currently watching this, I recommend before you make a conclusion about, let's say, a culture, a group of people, not just Haiti, I recommend to go there yourself and experience firsthand. Because there are times that what is told is not always necessarily true,
Right.
and until you experience yourself, you will never really understand, you know, how you know certain people act or say certain things. So I really recommend to either come to Little Haiti if you cannot go to Haiti, since it's right here in your backyard, in Miami, Florida. If you're in the U.S. or Canada, anywhere else in, let's say, North America or even South America, come to Miami. If you're not, let's say, a small exposure, definitely Little Haiti in Miami, and then you can go to Big Haiti.
Okay.
Our country is always welcome to the world with open arms. La Belle des Antilles. So we'll be waiting.
Okay. Thank you much more, bro. Have a good one.
Take care.
Peace.